Hey, San Antonio, this is Rob from the MetalWorks tonight. I am at no other except the White Rabbit for one hell of a special event. Yes, the long-awaited Lokey CD release party. And of course, I have with me all the crazy maniacs from the band. Here is Lokey. How you guys doing?
Badass. Great.
I ain't gonna talk, man.
Thanks for having us.
We're having a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah, it's great. You should have been here if you weren't.
And it just got started.
And I really like Rob.
That's why I'm hugging you, because I like you too. No, but let's get to the meat and potatoes, because there's a lot to talk about with Lokey. It's been a long time since you guys have been on the show. And last time you guys were on, we were talking about From the Inside, your other CD, the previous one. But let's talk about the new one, Beautality. Tell me a little bit. Let's start right from the beginning. What separates this new CD from the Inside?
From the Inside was more based on things that I think we were influenced by at the time, and this time around we got with Kevin and John from Blood Engine and put it all together, and I think that it came out more of something that we're feeling from our hearts this time. So there's basically we cut out all the ride the boat bullshit and just got down to heavy metal. Whoops, sorry about that.
And I'm going to talk about the transition and the lineup, but let's kind of segue into that by letting everyone introduce who they are and what they do in the band.
I'm Ian Train. I play bass.
I'm Terry, vocals.
Kevin, guitar.
John, drums.
I'm Brad, and I'm stupid.
Yes,
I'm Brad, guitar.
and let's talk about Kevin and Kevin's introduction to the lineup, as well as the other members into the lineup. What's going on with that? So how did that happen? Because people remember like the lineup that you had on From the Inside.
Yeah, before it was Josh Murray and Ephraim. Actually, I forgot Ephraim's last name. Wow, imagine that. But I think that when they left the band, we were actually glad to get John and Kevin in there. They were working on other projects at the time, like Stompin' Auto and some other projects. But we were fortunate enough to grab them at a time when they were available. And it just sounds a lot better. It's better. I think it's a lot better.
Talk a little bit about where did you guys do Beautality? Who helped like turn the knobs and stuff?
Well, actually, it was all John doing a lot of the working with everything, making everything real pretty, and we just kind of like showed up after partying all night to the studio. Pretty damn late, I would say. Sorry, Keith.
Krause at Monster Music Studios helped us a lot. I sat up there with him countless nights for about 3 months mixing this album to make it come out like what we wanted. So I think all in all, it came out pretty damn good.
Let's talk a little bit about the guitar work on this record. Brad, how would you, I know that Lokey had a significant, a very identifiable sound a few years back. How has your guitar playing evolved into maybe kind of progressing the sound with the band?
Well, honestly, everybody's helped with the guitar work. Everybody's helped with the sound. Kevin came in. I've always gelled with Kevin, even when we weren't jamming together. We still have a very, very unique sound to us. It's a lot heavier, a lot crunchier, more tone. Crunchier? We're more countryer. Hey, God damn it, I'm drunk. Fuck that.
Time out here getting drunk, man. Thanks a lot for doing this. We appreciate everything y'all do for us. And San Antonio needs to show Rob a lot of love, man. He's been doing this for years. You guys need to give it up for the man.
Let's talk about a video, because there's been more and more bands in San Antonio who are doing videos. You guys want to do one so we can spin it here at the program?
We'd love to do a video. It's just a matter of getting someone who can actually do it. We have a lot of people that, a lot of people blow sunshine up our ass, and they never really get it done. And I remember when I was in Judgmental, that was many years ago, the same person now is telling me that they could do something now was telling me that then, and they've never done anything. So it's a matter of who you're talking to. We need someone who can come forward to work with a band that's not signed and doesn't have a lot of cash.
Well, if you ever make it, we'll play it here at the show.
On the video also, we need to find 5 people that are pretty enough to stick up front so we can play behind the curtain and still make it look good to the public. So.
Ian, let's talk a little bit also before I start talking about what you want to accomplish with this record. Talk a little bit about the title of the record, Beautality. When I first heard that, I was like, wow, that's badass. Who
Johnny came up with that.
What's that?
Talk about Beautality, the title.
It's like he said in an interview before, it's how life can be serene one day and then brutally crash around you the next. It's just a mixture of mixture of heavy and pretty vocals, lyrics, music, everything comes together and makes Beautality.
That's right.
And what about other songs lyrically? What are they bringing forth?
This album right here, mostly, honestly, is about a lot of feelings I had towards women in general, and it was just a lot of things that were affecting us in the band between our girlfriends, wives, lovers, and so most of it is written about emotions that people can have, whether it's pent-up frustration, whether it's love. You know, it's the beauty and the brutality of it all. That's what it's all put together about.
Nickelback's the nice version. We're the ugly side of it. We're the side that you really want to be on.
Ian, you guys did some big shows this past year. What shows you guys have lined up for the new year, 2004?
A whole bunch, hopefully out of town in Dallas and Houston, Fort Worth. I'm sure we'll be doing that because we do that every year. Hopefully Verizon will kick in something really cool that we can get on. You know, like that Korn show was like the bomb. You know, I about crapped myself when I saw the pictures. Like, oh my God!
Getting on Verizon concerts are very important. You know, they'll only have you on the side stage if you're working. And there's a lot of bands now that are working a lot harder, I believe, than they were 2 or 3 years ago. You know, so it takes a lot to get on that stage, but that's what we're after all the time, are the sucking gardens. We just want to step up to another level, and if we can't get those kind of shows here, we'd rather just play out of town, because we still have to earn our wings. We have a lot of work to do, you know.
Conquering your own town is one thing, but conquering others is another. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about shopping this release. Are you guys going to do that, I guess, as aggressively as possible?
Definitely. Yeah, he's got the answer to that question.
I've heard that you guys, I know that you guys have done showcases before. You know, nothing's panned out as of yet, but I mean, you know, you're going to continue to go forward and market your new piece of work.
Yeah, with this CD, we actually, you know, made sure we were on SoundScan so that we can sell units, prove we sold units. Hopefully we'll sell those units, and we're doing marketing in every city, like he was talking about, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Houston. These are places we play continuously, so we have fans in these areas.
And where is the CD available at?
Well, should be available in Sam Goody's FIE, is it?
No, it's FYE.
FYE and
Borders,
and of course Hogwild, Flipside, CD Trader, and all that fun stuff. You know, I mean, we're trying to expand it out a little.
Okay, before we end out, I want to ask every single one of you, so let's try to keep it brief and not go in your tangents. Let's talk about the San Antonio local scene. What are your thoughts on it right now? San Antonio local heavy metal scene.
I think it could be a whole lot better, a hell of a lot better. We need more clubs, we need more venues, we need more people supporting. There's so much good music out here. It just needs to get out there. It just needs to get out there, and people need to hear it. They need to open up their ears and see what's going on.
It's kind of like a tight asshole, and you're, you know, really blocked up, and you got all those bands just trying to push out this little asshole, and you get that little nugget. There you go.
Wow. You know what Brad was just saying, I think that we do need more clubs. We need more bands. We need bands to work harder at what they're doing. It's just a matter of more clubs, more bands, more tenacity. Like it used to be, things have really slowed down, and a lot of the bands are content with that, and that makes me uneasy that bands are content with the scene being modest, and it shouldn't be. This is a heavy metal capital of America. We need to make it.
They probably don't even know better, like you do.
Well, I don't think they care anymore, and that's what sucks.
Beside what you're saying about the clubs, which I agree with, I think the San Antonio metal scene is great. It just needs more support and less competition, and that's in a nutshell right there.
Okay, here it is. Besides the clubs, okay, we all need more clubs and everything. But I would say the music is already good enough already.
You heard it all, folks, right here from the fellas and Lokey.
Talk over me.
I'm sorry about this interview.
You asked for it.
Remember, San Antonio, this is the Beautality of Lokey only right here on Rob's Metalworks.